Hi everyone, thank you all so much for being here tonight. My name is Gabby Staker and I'm a student studying HIV and AIDS at Arizona State University. I am honored to be here tonight to talk about HIV testing. I know that this is an issue that brings up a lot of feelings, and I want this to be a safe space. And I want to acknowledge before we begin that I may come from a different background, a different life experience, and I don't pretend to understand the unique challenges that HIV may pose to different communities, may pose to your community, but I want you to know that this all comes from a place of deep care and deep love, and I don't pretend to come from any moral high ground either on this issue. We all have our own reasons and our own reservations and worries about HIV. So I just hope that this is a conversation that can be safe and that can be just that, a conversation. So I welcome all input, I welcome all questions, and this will be about a 5 to 7 minute presentation. The bathroom is just out the door behind and to the left. Feel free to take phone calls or anything during this time. Again, I just appreciate you all being here, and without further ado, we'll start talking about HIV testing. So there's no cure anywhere in the world for HIV, but with access to testing, people can know their status and get access, and then access life-saving treatment that can allow them to live long, healthy, and happy lives, even with HIV. So every person deserves an HIV test at some point in their lives. There's no way to look at somebody and know that they have HIV. There's no one symptom, no one risk factor, no one reason why someone would have HIV and someone else would not. HIV doesn't discriminate on sexual orientation or socioeconomic status or race or gender. HIV is a virus that affects us all and can affect us all. And so that's why we all deserve access to an HIV test at some point in our lives, a test that could potentially save our lives. So that's the benefit to getting tested. Testing is the only way to know that we're HIV positive and that that person can then access treatment to treat their HIV and save their lives. But obviously it's more complicated than that. And there's a lot of reasons why a person wouldn't want to get tested. Does anyone want to share reasons why someone might not want to get tested for HIV? Great, thank you. Yeah, so a lot of people worry about what others might think if they find out they get an HIV test. That's a very real concern. But actually, HIV testing is fast, it's secure, it's confidential, and it's secret. So no one else actually has to know that you even got an HIV test. We'll talk about this later, but there's programs that will send an HIV test to you that can be taken in your own environment, in your own privacy, and you don't have to share those results with anyone else. What are other reasons? Thank you so much for sharing. Any other reasons? Yeah, thank you so much. I might not think that I am at risk of developing HIV. But again, HIV doesn't discriminate on factors that we might at first think that it does. So HIV is not a gay disease. HIV doesn't just affect rich people or poor people. HIV is ruthless, and everyone deserves access to a test at some point in their lives. Actually knowing your result, and even if it is positive, is not as scary as going through life not knowing a result and then one day having it be too late to get treatment. So tests save lives. Again, testing is secret. No one else needs to know. It's confidential and it's fast. Testing can be done at home. It takes about 20 minutes. There's either saliva testing or finger prick. So you take a tiny little poke of blood from your finger, and both of those tests can be accessed either for free or there's low-cost options all around Arizona that we'll talk about. HIVAZ.org is a website that anyone can go to and order an HIV test to their home, to their place of residence for free. And again, it takes about 20 minutes and no one has to know. If you don't want them to, if you don't want to share your result, that is between you. No one has to know. Another great resource is the Southwest Center for HIV and AIDS in downtown Phoenix. And then Maricopa County Testing, located at 1645 East Roosevelt, is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for walk-ins. County testing is a really great way to get tested. You can stand in line. There's no judgment from the individuals that are doing the testing. It's their job to be there. People are going in and out. So county testing is a great resource. We highly recommend county testing. They do a great job. And finally, another option is through a pharmacy like Walgreens or CVS. Tests will run about $20 to $30. And again, those tests can be taken in privacy. So again, tests save lives, results save lives. Even a positive result means that a person can access life-saving treatment that can allow them to live a long, healthy, and happy life with HIV. So we talked about why to get an HIV test. We talked about the reasons that the only way to know that a person is HIV positive is to get tested. We talked about reasons why people don't get tested. We all have our own reasons. But whatever those may be, again, I encourage us all to know that we're not alone in those reasons. And there are steps we can take to combat those reasons. We also talked about types of testing. So there's saliva and finger prick, super easy methods. They take about 20 minutes to develop. We talked about places to get tests. So HIVAZ.org is a great resource. County testing, Maricopa County Testing at 1645 East Roosevelt is another great option for free and low-cost testing. I want to thank you all again for being such a great audience tonight. If you all have any questions, I will be happy to answer them after. And yeah, I just hope that this can start a conversation in all of our communities about how best to protect ourselves and our loved ones by getting tested for HIV, by knowing status, and then being able to access treatment to save lives. Thank you so much. Have a great night.